everybody, how are you? Today we're going to be doing my eyebrows because there's not much left. But don't forget to subscribe for more videos and give me a thumbs up. Alright, so first we're going to tweeze any extra hairs that you might have with your little mirror if you have one, and just refine what you have there. Get all those extra ones out. And then we're going to comb kind of all the wild hairs down and into place. Alright, so I'm going to be doing one of my brows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Pomade in medium brown with this brush. And then the other one I'm going to be doing with my It Cosmetics Brow Power. And I believe this is in taupe or universal taupe, yeah. Just so that way you can see just the effects they each have with the pencil and then the pomade. Alright, so I like to just use a very small amount of the pencil just so I feel like I have more control over it and it doesn't break. As you can see, I don't have much of a tail on one side as I do on this side, so this one always ends up being better. But I do like to start underneath for both brows, underneath, and kind of outline really the shape of it and kind of from what I already have and what I want, if that makes sense. Just kind of give me a guideline on where to start and kind of go from there. And as you can see, it already gives it a shape, just underlining the whole brow. And then I'll do a little bit of a lighter strokes on the top, also outlining the top of the brow, and then slowly filling in the rest. I don't like the lines to be really harsh, so I brush them out a little bit. I want to try to keep as much of like the hair-like strokes as possible, and still staying within my natural brow shape. So much better already. Alright, so as I get more to the front, I don't go all the way to the beginning, but really close and really light-handedly give it more of a gradient effect. I will blend from the halfway mark of the tail towards the front, and then the very front I kind of hold my pencil more vertical and kind of do hair-like strokes going up, just to give it more of a gradient, more natural effect. I hate harsh eyebrows. I just feel like it doesn't look as natural as the gradient, but look at the difference. So crazy. Alright, and now we're going to attack this other bad boy with the pomade and the brush. And I like to dip the brush and then kind of wipe off excess into the cover, so I'm not going too heavy-handedly into the brow. Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to approach the same technique on the other brow and just start carving out the underneath and the main arch of the eyebrow. I do this a lot more light-handed than I did on the other side, just because the pomade can come off a lot more harsh than the pencil, I feel. So I can always go back and add more, but once it's too heavy, it's a lot harder to thin out and make it work. So I just keep adding a little bit more and change the angle of the brush just to go up the arch. Just keep carving out the tail. Okay, so now I'm going to redip and start carving out the top of the brow. Still really light strokes. meet the middle of that brow with the tail. I kind of like to look back and see how it looks from afar versus close up sometimes. And then fill in where I need to, or where I feel like it's too sparse or have gaps. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did on the other side and kind of blend the rest of the eyebrow tail into the front of it, and then turn the brush and do the vertical lines to give it more texture and kind of like hair-like strokes. Sometimes I do a little much and gotta brush it out. I do notice like the big difference between using the pomade and the brush is that you can kind of give it more of like the hair effect. I feel like the pencil is more of like a shadowing look. Alright, so I'm gonna go use this Wet n Wild brush. It's a little small tapering brush, and make it all trusty tart tape shape, in medium. There's a little bit of fur on it, kitty fur. And then right now it's like the color of my skin, so it kind of blends out nicely and doesn't look as too cut crease kind of effect. In the summer it's a few shades lighter than my tan, so it does look a little bit more noticeable. So I just kind of go right up against the arch and just clean up any lines that aren't quite even. Alright, and then in here I kind of feather out, do like feathering strokes, and just blending out the lines so it doesn't look so harsh and heavy, and kind of blend right into my skin. And then I'll just do the same on the other side. Alright y'all, these are how I do my eyebrows. One is in pencil and then the other is with the pomade and brush. I hope you love them, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!